Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you've ever thought your family was a little extra, buckle up. Because today we're diving into 4 jaw-dropping stories where family members didn't just cross the line, they sprinted past it with fireworks in hand. These are real Am I the A-hole posts that shook the internet, and trust me, you'll want to stick around for number 3. It gets emotional. Huge thanks to our first 42 subscribers. Seriously, you're the OG crew, and I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new here, hit that sub button and drop your thoughts in the comments. I read all of them. Alright, let's get into it.
Story 1. Am I the a-hole for banning my cousin from my wedding after what she did to my dog? I, 27F, am getting married this fall to the love of my life. We've been together for 5 years, and this wedding is something I've dreamed of forever. It's going to be small, just close friends and family, very personal, very special. Now, I have this cousin, Taylor, 30F. She's always been complicated. The kind of person who'll smile to your face, but say something awful behind your back. She's not close to anyone in the family, but my mom insisted I invite her because family is family. A few weeks ago, my fiancé and I had to fly out of state for a funeral, and we needed someone to watch our house. We didn't want to board our dog, Max, because he's older. He's a 9-year-old golden retriever with a gentle heart and a sensitive stomach. After asking around, Taylor volunteered. She said she had time off and wouldn't mind. I left her detailed instructions about Max, his meals, meds, how to comfort him if it storms, everything. She smiled and said, "Don't worry, I've got it." When we got back 2 days later, Max was gone. No leash, no collar. His bed was empty. Panicked, I asked, "Where's Max?" She shrugged and said, "Oh, he ran away yesterday. I left the back door open for like 5 minutes, and he bolted." I looked, but oh well. I was devastated. Max is like my child. I cried, called shelters, handed out flyers. She didn't even seem to care. Then, my neighbor sent me their doorbell cam footage. Taylor didn't let Max out. She gave him away. A man in a hoodie pulled up in a black car, and she handed Max over, leash and all. She waved goodbye. I confronted her. She didn't deny it. She actually said, "He kept staring at me like he hated me." It was creepy. I figured you'd be better off without him. The guy the first gave him to has a farm or something. I threatened police. She eventually coughed up the guy's info. Turns out, the man thought she was rehoming her own dog. He gave Max back immediately once I explained. After a week of emotional chaos, Max is safe. I cut Taylor off completely. Now that the wedding is near, my mom's begging me to let it go. Taylor sent me a woman shrugging emoji and said, "My bad." That's her version of an apology. Her mom is threatening to boycott the wedding. Some cousins say I'm dramatic. But I don't trust her. I don't want her near me, my husband, or Max. So, am I the a-hole for banning her from the wedding?
Viewer check-in. Okay, first of all, can we agree Max deserves a medal for surviving all that? Drop a paw in the comments if you'd never forgive Taylor either. Up next, a bridesmaid finds herself the odd one out, literally.
Story 2. Am I the a-hole for leaving my sister's wedding after she changed my dress color without telling me? I, 25F, was supposed to be a bridesmaid at my older sister's wedding. We're not super close, but I was genuinely happy for her. Months ago, she told us we could pick any dress we wanted, as long as it was burgundy. She wanted an autumn romantic vibe. I spent weeks looking for the perfect dress. I'm curvy, so finding something flattering wasn't easy. But I found one, had it tailored, and felt amazing in it. Wedding day comes. I show up early, dress on, hair curled, makeup set. Everyone else is wearing blush pink. I asked my cousin, did I miss something? Turns out, I did. There was a separate bridesmaid group chat. I wasn't in it. That's where they decided, weeks ago, to change the color. I asked my sister about it. She shrugged and said, "Oops, must have forgotten to add you." Whatever. You'll still look good. I looked like a walking wine stain in a room of cotton candy. I asked if I should change. She said, "Deal with it. It's not about you." I felt humiliated, so I left. I didn't yell. I told my mom I felt sick and went home. Later, I got texts calling me immature and selfish, that I ruined her wedding photos. But I didn't even know there was a color change. I wasn't included. So, am I the a-hole for walking out?
Viewers check. What would you do if you showed up to your own sister's wedding and everyone, accidentally, left you out of the group chat? Drop a comment if you'd walk out too. Next up, a graduation toast goes south fast.
Story 3. Am I the a-hole for kicking my dad out of my graduation after what he said about my mom? I, 22F, just graduated college. First one in my family. It meant the world to me. My mom raised me alone after my dad cheated and left when I was 6. She worked 2 jobs, took night classes, and believed in me like no one else. She's the reason I made it. So for graduation, I gave her my second ticket. A week before the ceremony, my dad called. Said he wanted to come. My mom, being a literal saint, said, let him. It's your day. So I found him a seat. Even introduced him to my professors. At lunch afterward, he stood up for a toast. He said, I'm glad I could be here for you today. I know it's not easy coming from a broken home, but I like to think my leaving pushed you to be strong. Excuse me? My mom just sat there, fork frozen in midair. I stood up and said, no. You don't get to rewrite the past. She made me strong. You were just gone. Then I asked him to leave. Right there in front of everyone. Now relatives say I embarrassed him and should have talked to him privately. But I feel like he used my day to paint himself as some kind of hero. So, am I the a-hole for kicking him out?
Oh, I don't know about you, but that toast felt like emotional gaslighting in a champagne glass. Comment graduation cap if you think she did the right thing. One more story to go, and it's a tough one.
Story 4. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give my late brother's laptop to his fiancée? My brother Jake, 28M, passed away 6 months ago in a car accident. He was engaged to Alyssa, 26F, and we've tried to be there for her. We gave her Jake's clothes, photos, even a bracelet he always wore. But I, 25F, kept one thing, his laptop. Jake and I were close. He was a freelance writer and had a lot of personal stuff on there, journals, letters, book drafts. 2 weeks after the funeral, Alyssa asked for the laptop. I said I'd think about it. That night, I checked it. And I'm glad I did. Jake had written about wanting to break off the engagement. He felt like they'd grown apart. 3 days before he died, he wrote a letter to me, asking for help moving out. I never told Alyssa. I didn't want to hurt her more. I just said I didn't feel comfortable giving her the laptop. Offered to share photos and memories, but not the whole thing. She lost it, said I was hoarding him. Posted about me online. Friends started messaging, saying I was cruel. Even my mom was conflicted. But she doesn't know about the letter. I feel like I'm honoring his wishes. Even if I can't prove it. So, am I the a-hole for not handing it over?
And that's it. 4 times family went way too far. What would you have done in any of these stories? Which one hit you the hardest? Let's chat in the comments. Also, I want to build this into a real community, so I'd love your advice. As a new YouTuber, what should I do to improve? What makes you feel heard, seen, and welcomed here? And once again, to my first 42 subscribers. I see you, I appreciate you, you're part of something that's just getting started. Have an amazing weekend, stay kind, stay curious, and remember, just because they're family, doesn't mean they get a free pass. Drop a comment, smash the like, and subscribe if you want more crazy Reddit drama with a side of empathy. See you in the next one. Bye.